Imagine waking up tomorrow and something strange happens. The ships, the ones moving across the oceans every single day, suddenly stop. Now think about that for a moment. What would happen? Well, the effects would reach us much faster than most people realize. The phone in your hand, the clothes you wear, the products you buy, the fuel that powers transportation, all of these things depend on a system that most of us rarely think about. A system that moves across the oceans every single day, connecting producers, businesses, and consumers around the world. Because behind every product we see, there is a journey. Behind that journey, there is transportation, and behind much of that transportation, there is the ocean. Hello and welcome to the very first episode of MaritimeX Deep Dive. We're really excited to have you here. In this podcast, we explore the world of ships, ports, logistics, and ocean innovation. Each episode uncovers the stories, technology, and people shaping the maritime world. If you enjoy what you hear, make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Tell us what you think. And let us know what maritime topics you'd like us to explore in future episodes. Now let's begin with a simple question. Why is the ocean so important? Why do ships matter so much? And how does this global system actually work? To understand that, we need to step into one of the most important industries on Earth, the maritime world. A world of ships, ports, technology, logistics, and millions of people working together to keep global trade moving. Before we go deeper, let's clear something up. When most people hear the word maritime, they think of ships, maybe sailors, maybe the ocean, and that makes sense. But maritime is much bigger than that. It is not just ships on water. It is everything connected to the sea. It is the movement of goods and people across oceans. It is the ports where ships arrive, where cargo is loaded, and where global journeys begin and end. It is the technology that keeps vessels safe at sea. It is the industries that depend on the ocean: fishing, energy, tourism, research, and most importantly, it is the people, the designers, the engineers, the crews, the port workers, the planners, all working together to keep this system alive. So when we talk about maritime, we're talking about an entire global ecosystem built around the ocean. Now let's reimagine the ocean, not as a barrier between countries, but as a highway. A massive global highway. Instead of cars, we have ships. Instead of traffic lights, we have navigation systems guiding vessels safely. Instead of fuel stations, we have ports where ships refuel, reload, and continue their journey. This ocean highway connects countries, businesses, and people. It is one of the most important transport systems on the planet. But why does this matter so much? Why do we rely on ships at all? Why not just use planes, trucks, or trains? The answer is simple. The world moves an enormous amount of goods, far more than most people realize. Think about the phone in your hand. It is not made in one place. Its materials come from different countries. Its components are manufactured across multiple regions. Only then are they assembled into the final product. The same is true for cars. A single vehicle can contain thousands of parts, all sourced and transported from different parts of the world. Even the food we eat and the clothes we wear often travel long distances before reaching us. Moving all of that requires scale. That is where maritime transport becomes essential. Ships can move massive volumes of goods across very long distances efficiently and cost-effectively. In fact, a single ship can carry thousands of containers. One vessel can support entire supply chains, linking businesses, industries, and consumers across continents. This is why shipping became the backbone of global trade. Without it, the modern world would look completely different. To understand this better, let's follow a simple example. A pair of shoes. When you buy them, you see a finished product. You choose your size, you pay, you leave, but the journey started long before that moment. The materials were sourced from different places. They were transported to a factory. The shoes were manufactured and packaged. Then they were placed inside a container. That container begins its journey. It moves to a port. At the port, huge cranes lift it onto a ship. The ship sails across the ocean, covering thousands of kilometers over days or even weeks. When it arrives in another country, the container is unloaded. From there, trucks, trains, and warehouses take over. And finally, the shoes reach you. And that is the part most people never see. A simple product is actually the result of a long global journey. factories, ports, ships, logistics systems, and people, all connected through movement. This is what maritime makes possible. Now let's zoom in from the system to the people inside it, because ships do not move by themselves. Behind every voyage there is a team. At the center is the captain. The captain is responsible for the entire vessel, the crew, the cargo, and the safety of everyone on board. Every decision matters: the route, the weather, and communication with other ships. A captain is not just steering a vessel, they are guiding a floating community through one of the most unpredictable environments on Earth. Then there are the marine engineers. If a ship is a living system, they are the ones keeping it alive. They maintain the engines, manage electrical systems, and solve technical problems at sea. Without them, even the largest ships would eventually stop moving. On land, the work continues in ports. When a ship arrives, it is only the beginning of another complex operation. Containers are unloaded, cargo is processed, systems are coordinated, information is tracked in real time. A modern port never really sleeps. It is a constant flow of activity, with thousands of people working together to keep global trade moving. And connecting everything is logistics. Logistics professionals plan and coordinate the entire journey of goods, from ship to port, from port to warehouse, and finally to the customer. They are the invisible link that keeps the system connected. When we step back, we realize something important. Maritime is not just about ships. It is about people working together across oceans and continents to keep the world connected. And this connection is not new. For thousands of years, humans have used the sea to explore, trade, and connect civilizations. Today, that connection is stronger than ever. Modern maritime networks allow countries to trade at a global scale. They support economies, they create jobs, they open opportunities, and they keep the world moving. Because the ocean is not empty space between countries. It is a connection, a bridge, a pathway that links the entire world. And now that world is changing again. The maritime industry is entering a new era. Ships are becoming smarter. Ports are becoming more automated. Technology is transforming how goods move across the globe. In the future, we may see cleaner fuels, AI-assisted navigation, and more sustainable systems designed to protect the oceans themselves. But even as technology evolves, one thing remains unchanged. The ocean will continue to connect humanity. So the next time you hold your phone, wear your clothes, drive your car, or open a package, remember this: there is a journey behind it, a global journey that may have crossed an ocean, carried by a ship, and supported by an entire world of people, systems, and innovation. That world is maritime. This has been MaritimeX Deep Dive, exploring the ships, people, and systems that connect our world. In the next episode, we will explore the language of the maritime world, the NATO phonetic alphabet, radio communication, and how people across the oceans understand each other. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the next Deep Dive.